Hey everyone, welcome to another review. Here's my review for the movie A Silent Voice. Yes, A Silent Voice is a new Japanese animated movie that is directed by Naoko Yamada, which is a Japanese filmmaker that I am not very familiar with, but after this movie, I'm probably going to get more familiar with because this movie was so good. Yes, A Silent Voice is a new Japanese animated movie that came out in Japan in 2016, but finally got a release in the United States and Canada in the past few months or so. Everyone's had different screenings and stuff, but I finally got to see it here in Canada just yesterday and stuff. So yeah, A Silent Voice. A Silent Voice is a story about bullying. Yes, it is about this character who's in high school, and he has a flashback of him as a kid, and basically he was kind of like a popular kid and stuff, but a new girl came and she was deaf. Yes, she was a new kid in school and she was deaf. She couldn't hear and stuff, and she couldn't talk properly and stuff. And basically this kid, this lead character, bullied her. He bullied her really bad. Like, he used to make fun of her. He pulled her earring eggs out, and he basically turned all the kids against her and stuff. But eventually then it backfired on him, and other kids started bullying him because, karma and all and stuff. And basically it's years later, and it's him in high school, and he runs into that same girl again. Yes, the girl that he bullied, the deaf girl and stuff. And basically he wants to make amends of it because he's a changed person and stuff. He's more of like an outsider in school. He basically hates himself. He's almost suicidal and everything, but he becomes friends with her because, again, she's a very likable character. She forgives everything that he did, and basically they become friends and stuff, but again, his past comes back to haunt him. I don't want to spoil too much, but basically old friends come in the mix, and basically it's all about reconciliation and stuff, and this movie is a lot about bullying. And honestly, if you have experienced bullying in your life, I think you will find this movie extremely relatable. Yes, A Silent Voice is a terrific film. I really loved this movie. Everyone knows that I'm a big fan of anime. I love Japanese animated films. Of course, when Marnie was there, it was like one of my favorites and stuff, and last year's Your Name was fantastic. I really wish I saw this movie last year because it would have been awesome to compare it with Your Name. Honestly, Your Name's a better movie, but completely different film. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I finally got to see it, and I'm glad I saw it. I did have issues with it, but I'm going to talk about the strengths of this movie. The strengths is the animation. Japanese animation is always gorgeous and spectacular to look at. It's brilliant. The characters are beautifully designed. There's a lot of symbolic visuals in this movie, and there's a lot of great scenery shots, and it just looks absolutely gorgeous. There's always these dark colors at times, which represents how the lead character is feeling and stuff. I love how they put X's on some people's faces. That's the people he's ignoring and stuff. Really clever, very clever directing right there. Again, the animation is gorgeous. Also, the score was really well done. It really fit the tone of the film extremely well. Yeah, and the soundtrack was also really great. The voice acting, I saw the Japanese sub. I don't even know if there's an English dub yet, but I saw it in Japanese, and it was fantastic. The voice acting was fantastic. These voice actors brought the characters to life, even though it was animation. I felt like I was watching real people. Even though they're cartoons, I felt like I was watching real people with their real issues, with this real friendship, and it was fantastic. I also love how they balanced drama and some comedy and romance all in the film. There was comedic aspects which really hit, and there was also some really heavy drama which was phenomenally executed. It was really well done. All the dramatic scenes with the bullying, it didn't feel pandering. It felt very realistic, and again, it'll feel very relatable to people who have been bullied and stuff. And yeah, really well done. And the romance is also done very well. Even though it plays mostly of a friendship, there is a romantic connection between the two lead characters, and they both have great chemistry. I loved this relationship. I love that he learned sign language just so he can talk to her and stuff, and it was really charming, very heartwarming to watch. It was really well done and stuff, and yeah, I liked it. I love how this movie opened and stuff, and I enjoyed the all-around story, animation, style, and tone. I really loved this movie. However, there is one issue I had with it, which is not a huge issue, but it's still an issue. Again, I can't spoil my issue, but I'll talk in code. Basically, the one problem I have with the film happens in the third act of the movie. Basically, I thought this movie would end in a very darker, more emotional and tragic way. but it actually goes for more of the happy ending route. And that's fine. Like, if you want to go for the happy ending, that's great, but I think the movie would have worked better if it went more tragic and emotional, which I thought it was going to. I thought that's where this movie was going, especially what happens to a certain character. I thought the movie was going a more darker and more tragic route, and I think that would have been a better move. I think that would have been a better writing choice and directing choice. I would have preferred it if the movie went more depressing. I know I'm a depressing kind of person. Yeah, whatever. I'm all about the dark and weirdness and stuff, but again, the happy ending was still really delightful, and I still really liked it, but I think it would have fit more with the tone of the story if it went more of the emotional route, which I thought it was going to do. See, what happens, it happens in a hospital. Again, I'm talking in code. It happens in a hospital, and yeah, and something happens, and then there's like this speech and stuff, and it was supposed to be very sad, but I found it kind of corny. And I don't usually find a lot of animes, like these big Japanese animated movies, very corny. Like Your Name and When Marnie Was There were never corny movies. They were good for kids and adults, but they never talked down to people. They never tried to be overly sentimental. They were actually sad in a very realistic way. And I thought this movie would do the same. I thought, again, if they went the more darker route, but it came off a bit corny at the end. There's like this scene with the speech and stuff, and I know a lot of people are going to find it very sad, but I didn't. I was kind of rolling my eyes a bit. I'm like, okay, it's fine, but it's a bit corny and stuff. However, though, the last 2 minutes kind of make up for it because they show a very sad scene of the lead character accepting who he is and accepting people and stuff and basically opening his eyes for the first time, and that was really cool. And then he actually starts being upset. That's sort of a spoiler, but sort of not a spoiler because you don't know the context of the story. So yeah, how the movie ends is really good. Just a little scene that happens in the third act, I wish they did in a different route. I wish they went in a different direction. So that's just my opinion. Again, that might not be a flaw for people. That was just kind of a nitpick for me, but that was the only thing I would change about this movie. I would have given this movie like a 9.5 if they would have went the darker route, but since they went more for the happy ending, it did dog a bit of points for me, but still. A Silent Voice is still a great Japanese animated film. If you love anime, you love anime movies, and you can really relate to bullying stories, then I think this movie will definitely be for you. So yeah, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give the movie A Silent Voice a 9 out of 10. So yeah, definitely check this one out. It is a very, very good movie. So yeah, that was my review for the movie A Silent Voice. So in the comment section below, please tell me, are you going to go see this movie? And if you have seen it already, give me your thoughts and opinions of it. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Comment below. Let me know. And as always, if you like this video, please like, subscribe to the channel, and join the dark side.